Who this book is for. I wrote this book for heterosexual men that have endured a failed long-term relationship with a woman and are having a difficult time picking up the pieces and starting over in life. This book will appeal especially to those men who have discovered that their wife committed infidelity. For these men, life as they know it was completely turned upside down. I understand the confusion, the despair, and the anger that you are going through because I went through it all too. You need a little help, a little boost to help you understand it all and to get you up and over the wall. That's what this book is for. Maybe there was no cheating. Maybe you just had a long-term partner that suddenly broke up with you and you're trying to understand what happened and how to successfully move forward in life. For you, consider this book a lesson in both why your breakup may have happened and how you can avoid a ton of trouble with the women in your future, because yes, there will be more women. Learn from all of us who have been there and done that. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, as they say. Steve's story. Steve's email to me was very typical for readers of my site at dadstartingover.com. All the situations are roughly the same, yet they all think they're unique in their own special blend of awful. Steve, like many other readers, was convinced that the entire world was in on a cosmic joke at his expense. He feels like Jim Carrey's character from The Truman Show. Everyone is a cast member and the whole world is watching. He just pulled back the curtain and everything is finally starting to make sense. He doesn't like what he sees. In his mind, it was all just a big scam. Nothing was real. Over the last few months, he has run the events that led him to this point again and again in his mind. He's trying to figure out where the marriage machine broke down. Damn it, he did everything by the fucking book. And yet his marriage sure didn't go as planned. Not at all. He was promised a better life than this. He was promised the grandkids and the picket fence. He was promised comfort and stability. He did his part. God damn it, why didn't she? And now he's in an empty apartment, driving a shitty Toyota pickup truck that breaks down half the time, and he's only allowed to see his kids on Wednesdays after school and every other weekend. This really, really sucks, and it doesn't look like it's going to get better in the foreseeable future. The TV show audience is now pointing and laughing at him. Ha ha, he bought into the whole till death do us part thing. What a dumbass. Steve is now a dangerous combination of angry, hurt, scared, and confused. I'm a good guy, I swear. Most readers in Steve's shoes will immediately list all the positive stuff they did in their marriage, and Steve was no different. I did laundry, I cooked, I cleaned, I did it all. I paid all the bills while she went into huge amounts of debt for her law degree. I didn't complain fucking once. I supported her in everything. She doesn't give a shit about anything I did for her. Steve was building up what I call a good provider resume, so that I wouldn't think he was some kind of abusive asshole like, quote, most other guys are. In his mind, he checked all the good husband boxes. To think that his wife would even consider stepping outside of their marriage never even occurred to him. But that's exactly what she did, multiple times. The first time it happened, he saw text messages between her and a guy from one of her university classes. Steve had his suspicions. He saw her strange behavior going on for months. One evening, he finally got a hold of her phone, and he read every one of their messages to each other. He saw how the conversation and their relationship got progressively more sexual as time went on. He saw pictures that they sent back and forth. First, they were innocent and friendly, and then that changed, and then it became full-fledged porn material. He couldn't believe what he was looking at. This was his wife? He went to the internet for help. A quick Google search gave him pages and pages of results about cheating wives. Wow, people sure do cheat a lot. He read up on the growing phenomenon of emotional affairs happening thanks to social media and websites like Facebook. He read step-by-step guides for what to do when you catch your spouse cheating, and he followed them to the letter. He approached his wife and her new emotional affair partner, and he threatened to expose them to everyone, including the lover's wife, and stop the emotional affair dead in its tracks. Or so he thought. Later, he would learn that they simply moved the affair from the confines of Facebook to a seedy hotel on the other side of town. As is the case with such affairs, they rarely stay emotional for very long. The wife's second affair occurred with an old boyfriend from her pre-marriage past. He was the quintessential one that got away. For years, she would send innocent Facebook messages to him on every birthday and every Christmas, just so he wouldn't forget that she was still around. And Steve knew about the ex-boyfriend, but he wasn't worried. This guy had his own wife and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?